All right. So, DBD tier list. This is pretty much going to be who I personally think is the strongest killers. That's how I'm going to be ranking them by. And is there going to be a little personal bias? Absolutely not. I never do that. I am not a biased man. I'm not a man of leaning towards my favor. But nonetheless, I am going to rate them all fairly. Starting off with Trapper, honestly, probably one of the most underrated M1 killers out there. Just because you have 4 gens pop on you before you get it down, doesn't necessarily mean the game is over. He's a very, very longevity-based killer. The longer the game goes, the more you have time to set up your traps, the more you can build up your 3-gen. You have your little nest. You have your little area where if anyone enters, they should hopefully step into a trap. And if you add his add-ons into it, like Honing Stone and Bloody Coil, you add a lot of pressure. So I think Trapper, my bad. I read a chat that said Dracula. I think I'll put him like high B. Wraith, actually completely bad. No perks. Like if we're talking naked Wraith, no perks, no add-ons. Holy God, he is atrocious. If we add perks and add-ons, you pretty much need Bamboozle. If I'm gonna be honest, you need Bamboozle. And for that, because I don't like running Bamboozle all the time, I'm putting him low C. He's going low C. Okay? Alright, Billy. I've been playing this game since 2016. When Billy was, first introduced, which was, on the start of the game, I absolutely despise this killer. Playing as him was the worst thing in the world, because if you held your chainsaw out for too long, it would overheat. And that was atrocious. And because of that, I didn't play this killer. And also, his turning was so inconsistent for the longest time. I swear every single time his turning changed. Nowadays, Billy is good, but I have PTSD. He's going D tier. All right, Nurse. I think this is a pretty common answer for every single person. She literally can teleport through walls. It doesn't matter. Like, she can literally break all laws in physics. She's going S tier. I think she's going to be the greatest killer when the game ends to the point where she came out. Like, that's never going to change. All right, Myers. Myers, after his buff, is pretty nice. I mean, I think he's, actually not only playable now, but like just insanely strong. Especially if you start putting like slowdown perks into him. I think he's gonna go A. Like this is one of the M1 killers where I can easily get like a 4K at like 4 or 3 gens left. Like he gets his tier 3 like this. Like you blink and he has it. He's ready to whip that ass out and put you to bed. Like it's kind of wild. All right, Hag. Anyways, Doctor. One of the most annoying killers to go against. When you hear a Doctor's at the start of a game, you wish to cry and you probably want to go back to bed and wonder why you ever clicked the start game button on DBD, because god damn, this motherfucker's annoying. However, he's really strong in chase. His map pressure isn't really the greatest. His static blast really carries him in that sense. But he is really, like, you can end chases quick with him if you know what you're doing. On top of the fact that I think he has some of the best skins of the game. Like, his skins are really nice. And you can mix them pretty well together. Because of that, I'll put him low A. I'll put him low A tier. Okay, Huntress. Yo, Huntress the baddie right here. Huntress the baddie right here, bro. Woo! I've been playing Huntress since she came out. I played her a lot before they added the P100 system. So I played her, like, I would level her a lot when she was only P3 maxed. Oh my god, it is so fun. I love shooter games. I've been playing like games like Call of Duty, for years. And like having this be like the first long range killer was like the best thing that ever happened in my life. I was like, oh my God, I'm playing Call of Duty and Dead by Daylight. Does she have insanely botched hitboxes because the hitboxes aren't what they look like? Yes. Does that make her stronger? Absolutely. Map pressure, pretty much non-existent on any indoor map, but on open maps, which, you know, when she came out, every map was open. She's really fucking good. And I think I'm going to put her in a respectable high B tier. I think high B is where she deserves. All right? All right, now Bubba. Bubba, honestly, I think one of the worst M2 killers. He like he is completely chase dependent. Has nothing that helps him with dealing with anything around him. And if your chases start prolonging, your gens are gonna pop because he has nothing to deal with the gens. He literally has no map pressure. This guy is useless. However, a really fun killer, like doing 360 spins with this guy, doing mind games with the chainsaw, is incredibly fun. And only because of that, I'll put him in front of. You know what? Yeah, we'll put him C. We'll put him low C tier. He's better than Billy, but worse than Wraith. All right, Freddy. Old Freddy before the update not too long ago. Would have been F tier. There's not even an F tier on this list. Would have been F tier. But the new Freddy is kinda nasty. I'm not gonna lie. New Freddy is really good. He's got great map pressure. He can pressure heals if they stay asleep. He can pressure gens. And with that one add-on, he can also pressure gates, which is insane. So I think that probably puts him on like high B, low A. Like it's gotta be greater than Doctor because his map control is just insane. Like he can apply pressure everywhere. And then if you're asleep, especially if you're not a great listener, he has no tear radius technically. So if you're not able to hear the lullaby well enough, then he'll just end up getting the sneak on you. All right, Pig. Holy shit. But like we need a buff on Pig. Like, God, she is so weak. She is so weak. There's nothing at all that benefits her like actual chase. Like her M2 is so bad. It has the loudest audio cue ever that lets the survivor know that you are about to pounce. So you know what they do? They hold, you see this button right here? The W key? They go like this. Oh shit. They just hold W. They hold W for like an hour. And guess what? The moment you get to another tile and you wanna right click again, they hold W again. There's nothing for you to do. D tier. All right, Clown. Okay, Spirit. All right. Now we're talking. I actually mained Spirit for a while. Probably played her for like around 4 or 5 months. But this was before she had an insane amount of audio bugs. I mean, she had audio bugs because, you know, that's just behavior. But now, oh my God, every time I play Spirit, I swear I'm having a schizophrenic episode. Like, there's just nothing that I hear that is correct. I swear, like I'll play. I have IEMs and I'll hear something on my left ear. I'll look left. I'll unphase. Bro, the guy's behind me. How did you get there? Like, come on. But besides the audio bugs, this killer is great. An insanely great chase killer. You can do in some insanely good mind games. And because of that, she's going high C. Like, it's only because of the audio bugs. Without the audio bugs, high B. Easy. But because every single time I play this killer, I swear I'm having, like, the most insane episode of my life. She's going C there. All right, Legion. Legion. What can I say? What can I say that is good? What? No, that is not the sound we play when we look at Legion. This fucking guy, girl, Both, because it's 4 people. Oh my god, it's atrocious, dude. Like, all you do the entire game is run around and then you injure people. And guess what? Then after, they'll heal. And then you injure them again. And then they'll heal. And then you injure them again. It's just an ongoing cycle. It's just bending simulator. Like who enjoys loading up a game after a long day at work or school or whatever the fuck people are doing? And they're like, I want to play Legion. They want to sit there. They want to watch survivors hold right click the entire game, because that's exactly what I want on a Monday afternoon after getting stuck in traffic for an hour, is to sit there and hold right click to mend. The Plague, honestly, one of the most fun killers when you have her red vomit. But besides that, I mean, it's Vommy Mommy. There's nothing bad about her. Like, Vommy Mommy's kind of the GOAT. Everyone loves her. Like, who doesn't want to be spat on? B tier. Alright, Ghostface. Big name right here. All the Dead by Daylight simps, guys and girls, love theirself a little bit of Ghostface here and there. They like getting scared. They like getting touched and taken pictures of during the Mori. Honestly, overall, a pretty strong killer. It puts paranoia into people. When you're in stealth mode, no one has any idea where the fuck you are on the map. So you're usually able to get the gun on people. So chases will usually start off with you just getting a hit. That's always great. And I think that deserves like a mid B tier. Like, he's not insanely strong, but he's not like ass. Demo. Ooh, Demo. I love your show. Stranger Things is peak actual cinema. But oh my god. Do I hate playing as you. I set up a portal. I walk 3 fucking blocks the other direction. And the moment I hold right click to shred, I see that 3 killer instincts are on my portal. Like, what do you mean? Let me use it. Let me TP. Like, what's this game? I beg of you, please. Like, it's just me putting down portals the entire match because they keep destroying like this. I looked the other direction. 3 little gremlins, rats, are on my portal. Like, get off. Mid D tier. Oni is one of the strongest killers when he's in his power. One of the strongest without a shadow of a doubt. But the only problem he has is getting that first hit. But once you get that first hit, it is easy. You literally are God himself. You are running through people like it's nothing. Running through people. And honestly, just a really, really fun killer to play. I'm putting Oni at S tier. Oni is incredibly great. Oni's incredibly great. Slinger. Yo, Slinger, the second like full range killer, also incredibly fun. However, my biggest problem with him is the fact that his reload takes about 6 business days without his add-ons, which is why I personally run double reload add-ons whenever I play him, which does make him a lot better and tolerable. But really, really fun, really great in chase. I mean, his range is also pretty good, so people will tend to pre-run if you're playing Slinger. But overall, really strong killer, especially if you bring his add-ons into the mix. And it was also his exposed add-on. Nah, that's nice. Stronger than Freddy. Stronger than Freddy. Worse than Myers. Yeah, I think a good Myers is better than a good Slinger. Pyramid Head. One of the few killers that can actually like properly face camp now and also hit the person getting the save. It is really, really nice playing this guy, especially if you're getting blown out of the water. But his power is really good. I think his right click has like 16-meter range, which is pretty good. You're gonna hit people like decently far away. You get killer instinct if they step in your little goopy lasagna that like your grandma threw down on the floor, picked it back up, and just tossed it in the oven because she thought that was okay. But really strong, and also built-in Mori. Love that. Bonus points for that. Really fun killer. I think always has been pretty strong, and then when you add perks, just gets kind of better. I think I'm gonna put her high B. Better than Plague, worse than Doctor. I feel like it's pretty fair. Ooh, Buddy Blight. One of the killers that had like the greatest launch for me. Ooh, he was so fun to play. Still is one of my favorite killers right now. Hate that they removed his hug tech. Hug teching Blight was like the holy trinity. Like, oh, it was like God calling to me. He's like, play this game. But sadly, they decided to remove the greatest thing that's ever happened to this man. And, you know, made him slight bit worse, but still incredibly strong. He deserves his rightful spot at A tier, or S tier, sorry. Incredibly great. All right, twins. What's liking being the meta? Everyone and their mom has been bringing Wiglif. It's a perk that is like almost impossible to not counter once a game. At least one guy has Wiglif in the match, which is making her a lot worse. Like no one like actually cares anymore if they're going against twins because they already have Wiglif. They're expecting to get slugged, and because of that, I'm putting her C tier. I mean, you know, Victor's really good. Don't get me wrong, Victor's incredibly good when you're injured, but like when you're healthy, if you just keep the baby on your back, Charlotte can't do anything. They're just useless. Like, well, what's the point of them being around? Trickster. I am a fan of M2 killers, as we have clearly figured out by now, but Trickster is insanely strong, even without his add-ons, without the ricochet, without the pierce. Trickster is incredibly good. All you need is some map pressure with your perks, and it just makes it so much easier to play an already strong killer. If you catch someone off guard, you can get it down so fast. It's insane. Like if someone vaults a window, you can get not only a full health state, a medium vault. You're not gonna only get a full health state, but you'd also probably put 3 more knives into their butt before they run off. Always been fun for me. It's very strong. Add perks, even stronger. I'm gonna say better than Myers, but worse than Blight. I don't think he deserves the S tier because he is slow. Had he like if he was a 4.6 killer, probably would be S tier. But definitely one of the strongest killers in the game. All right, Nemesis. Whoa, buddy boy, don't get me started on this motherfucker. Oh my god. Every single time I play this killer, every single time, I will get absolutely cooked for the sole purpose that everyone owns a left control key. For those who don't know what the left control key does, it fucking crouches. Or why are you telling me that when someone vaults a window, my biological weapon ass whip, when I do this, doesn't hit them because they crouched? Hello? How does that make sense? I am a perfectly biological engineered weapon meant for mass destruction, and I get fucked by the left control key? What? D tier. All right, Cenobite. Cenobite, honestly, one of probably the most underrated and underplayed M2 killers. His chains are incredibly annoying and strong without the add-ons. If you add the add-ons, it becomes even better, and he becomes an even greater killer because no one could find the box, so then the box is constantly going off and people are constantly getting prickled and poked by little fucking chains, and then you are actively being chased down by this man, which just makes it incredibly annoying and strong because not only are you dodging the chains, you have to loop the killer. Honestly, great map pressure, great ability, high B tier, easy. I'm like, no discussion. All right, Artist. Ooh, Artist. Hot as fuck. Only reason she's going B tier. I absolutely despise her ability. Great map pressure, cutie little patootie she is. Yeah, honestly, no, that was still completely biased. I'm not even gonna try defending it. She's gonna be. All right, Sadako. Ooh, buddy. Yo, Futon John. Thank you for the follow, man. How's your day? Hope you're having a good day. On Rio, whatever you like to call her. The girl who jump scares you when you decide to play her instead of jump scaring the survivors. Really, really good killer. After her rework, you know, took a little bit of getting used to for me, but incredibly strong nonetheless. Like, I feel like she is great. Like, her TVs, especially on smaller maps like Midwich, like, she can generate a lot of pressure, and it is insanely good. Obviously she is strictly M1, but she does have teleportation, so her map control is great. If you add chase perks, you can make her a lot stronger. Or if you add even just one exposed perk, it just makes it a lot easier for you to get downs, because you'll typically get the jump on people because you can hide your tear radius. But I think Sadako is like deserving of like a high A tier. Worse than Trickster for sure, but like I feel like if you know what you're doing with Sadako, you can be stronger than a Michael because you just get your Moris. Alright, Dredge. One of the better anti-loot killers. I personally believe he is better than Doctor because he can also teleport across the map, which is insanely huge. There's a lot of things this man can do. He can hold you down and chase, and then he can also, you know, manipulate those people across the map on a gen by just simply hopping in a locker near them. It's like, there's a lot he can do. There's a lot of pressure. You know, in Nightfall, you can't even hear him, although he does glow like a Oreo at like that's been sitting on your shelf for about 3 years. It's impossible to hear him. Unless he's literally 5 meters where he starts going like that. And then you're like, oh, well, the Dredge is right there. But insanely strong killer. There's a lot he can do. You bring his add-ons into the mix, like Iridescent Plank. Oh boy, you're in for a fun little time. Very, very good killer. Honestly, S tier. Honestly, like his add-ons make him great. Without his add-ons, like here. But like you bring his like boat key and stuff like that, you make him really good. Wesker, ooh, the hottest killer in the game by far, no discussion. Wesker is a fan favorite amongst everybody, but along with being a fan favorite, he's incredibly good and has probably the most techs out of any killer. He has his rebound tech, his hug tech, and then like one other thing that I just can't put my finger on. But an incredibly good killer. Has the largest tear radius in the game though, with the 40-meter tear radius. But it is deserved because, you know, he can move at like Mach speed. Killer in chase for the average person is not the greatest. The average person honestly isn't that good with Wesker, but like, you know, like the 1 in a million people who play Wesker since he came out till now, like 16 hours a day, are insanely good. But we're not talking about them. We're talking about the overall majority of players. I think this killer, I loop him up like easily. Anytime I go against anyone who plays this killer, I am cooking them like I'm Gordon Ramsay. Anytime I versus killer, I start cooking them up. Like, it is insane. I put this killer on a milk carton. His ankles are gone. And because of the vast majority of people who suck with him, I gotta put him in, like, I gotta put him in the C tier. I have to. Alright, Knight. One of my favorite M1 killers. I am not a fan of M1 killers, but Knight was the only one I actually, like, played religiously. Like, the moment he came out, I played so much Knight. I hate that they reworked them. I'm gonna say this. I despise the fact that they reworked them. I thought he was perfectly fine where he was. Now it's like different, and I don't like change. Change is bad. Never introduce change. But this was one of my favorite killers. Guards can apply a lot of pressure. Completely opposite side of the map of where you are. And then also, you know, if you bring the assassin, you can have some great chases and the quick ones too. And if you play it well enough, you can get like an instant double hit, and that's always fucking nice. I think like mid B tier is good for a knight. Not the strongest after the rework, and not the weakest. You know, can still get the job done if you need to. All right, Skull Merchant. Oh, Skull Merchant. Ooh, baby, her drones do about everything that they shouldn't. They make her undetectable. I don't know why. They make you broken. I don't know why. There are so many things, and then you can track people. I don't know why. There are so many things you could do. Oh my god, she's incredibly annoying. Her pressure, if you hold a 3-gen, it's over. And then you add perks into the mix. Oh my god, you are in for a ride, buddy. Buckle up. We are going to Canada because Jesus, you're about to be in that game for 30 minutes minimum. She will win this game. No matter what, she will win this game. But oh, it's going to be a slow and painful bleed. Oh, a slow one. Oh, a slow one. I'm going to put low A. Low A tier. Low A tier. All right. Oh, whoa. Larry. Oh, boy, Larry. Hux, Larry, Singularity, whatever you want to call him. Oh, buddy. The guy who makes it so your pallets are Swiss cheesed. You have no resources against this guy. You better hope you didn't queue up into the game, because every single one of those 43 pallets is going to be absolutely terrible for you. You are just simply benefiting this killer by dropping that pallet. Actually, you not dropping that pallet also benefits the killer. You need a map with a lot of volts, or else you are dead in seconds. I mean, even with those volts, you are still going to be dead in seconds. But, you know, it's just a couple more seconds. Singularity, incredibly strong. Has insane map pressure, has insane chase. Easy one of the best killers in the game. All right, Xeno. Oh, Xeno. Where do I put you? Probably one of the killers I've played at the least. Map pressure is all right. You know, they have their stations, but this killer without add-ons is pretty bad, especially without that one helmet add-on that like makes it harder for you to get out of your like Xeno mode. It's kind of hard to play this killer. Or not hard. It's kind of unbearable, because you're almost constantly in M1 form, and then it makes you pretty much useless, and obviously it makes it harder to chase survivors. So if you get flamethrowed, you're pretty much cooked. But I mean, when you're in the Xeno mode, it does make this killer like a lot better. They're a lot stronger, obviously, and you can get some really nice and crazy shots, but not the greatest killer in the world. I'd have to say like high C tier. Like, not the best, not the worst. Couldn't really complain. All right, Chucky. Oh, Chucky, my poor little boy. What did they do to you? Oh, this killer was so good before they nerfed them. They decided to gut the living hell out of Chucky. Oh, bro. Oh, why did you do this to me? No. Give him back. Oh, this killer now, just so much slower, so much, this turns worse. Everything about it is just, it's just unbearable. Like, you don't want to play this man anymore. You went from one of your greatest hopes to one of your worst desires. Like, no D tier. All right, Unknown. Unknown he's an interesting one. This killer actually came out when I stopped playing the game. I did not know this guy was out in Dead by Daylight when I came back, so I haven't actually had a lot of time to play him a lot. But you know, the M2 is awful. I will say that the M2 is awful. The fact that I can shoot through you and it doesn't count as a hit, but but it slows you down for 4 seconds, buddy. Who gives a fuck? I should be rewarded if I pierce you with my pink goopy whoopy gumball, but no, instead it does jack shit, and I'm left wondering what the fuck happened. The fact you still need 2 of these hits to get her down is also insane blasphemy. but also, yeah, people look at you and it goes away. Their pink goopy meter that goes from up to down, it goes away like this. It goes away so fast. And for what? And for what? I don't know. Everything about this kill is bad. Like everything, every single thing. Like why? Why do we have this? Ooh, Vecna. The hand of Vecna. Oh my god, give it to me. The skinny, petite, balding Wesker. Oh boy. This killer, you can hit some sick clips with this guy. But holy shit, if you are not on a small map, he is so bad. Or a 2-layered map, he is so buns. Put this man on Azeroth's resting place, and oh, you are in for a fun one. You're in for a joyride because you are about to get 4-outed with survivors teabagging at the gate because you did jack shit to them, because that's how bad Vecna is. Oh, fuck. However, if we put him on Midwich, you are going to 4-man in about 3 minutes. Really, the most map-dependent killer in the game. That's his only real problem. And because of that, I was just going to put him mid B tier. Just straight middle of the road. Only because he is a 50-50 gamble depending on what map you get. Alright, Dracula. Ooh, Jack Daddy, S tier. Best killer in the game. Bro, this guy can do everything. He's got his wolf. You can double bounce. Really efficient in chase. You have your Hellfire. Really efficient in chase. You have your bats. You can get everywhere. All around the map in an instant. Like, do I need to say more? This guy can do everything. Bro has no downsides at all. None. 0. Alright. And finally, oh, we have Houndmaster. Okay, let me explain myself. She had the buggiest release ever. I had to endure 6 hours of that killer. 6 hours of Houndmaster on release, and between the entire 6 hours, oh, I wanted to cry. It was the worst experience of my life. It was the worst. Oh, I was losing almost every game. The dog was going to Narnia and then getting stuck in Narnia, or the dog wouldn't go. Like, what do you mean, buddy? Like, boy, Cupcake, go get them. Like, what the fuck you doing? Nah, like, I can't. Like, Houndmaster is just too buggy. Like, they fixed her. What they meant is they fixed one thing about her. She's still incredibly buggy. But besides that, she doesn't really have a whole lot going for her. Like, when you send the dog out, it doesn't attack people on the way back. And when you do the trail for the speed boost, yeah, the speed boost is great. But if there's no one at the gen that you sent the dog to, you don't have a dog for the next 10 seconds. Like, what? There's no point. But yeah, I mean, this is a W tier list if you would ask me. Dracula, Nurse, Oni, Blight, Dredge, Larry, S tier. Best killers in the game. Billy, Demo, Chucky, Nemi, Hag, Pig, Clown, Legion, Unknown, Houndmaster, worse. I think that's pretty, you know, reasonable. I don't think there's any outlandish takes in this. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I feel like this is pretty good. Bye-bye.